Hello, welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are making a creative recipe because this is something that you can find in Germany if you look hard enough, but it's a little bit difficult and it's a bit expensive. So today we are making homemade Pop Tarts. I'm very proud of how well they turned out, and I hope that you love them as much as I do. Let's get started.
Only a few simple ingredients. We need 2 cups or 250 grams of flour, 2/3 cup or 180 grams of butter, half a teaspoon salt, 3 teaspoons sugar, tablespoons, about a 1/4 cup or 55 milliliters of water, cherry jam or whatever flavor you prefer, a small batch of royal icing if you would like to frost them, sprinkles or sanding sugar if you want them decorated. I'm going to start with the crust. This is a variation on pie crust. Add flour, sugar, and salt and mix together. Then cut in butter with 2 knives or pastry cutter. When I get to the point where I can't get the butter any finer with my tools, I use my hands to break up the last chunks of butter until it resembles coarse crumbs. Now I slowly add a tablespoon or 2 of water at a time and toss with a fork until the mixture comes together into a dough. Knead very briefly until dough sticks together into a lump. On a floured surface, roll out the dough. Cut the dough into squares or rectangles as you prefer. Place the squares on a lined baking sheet. Spoon 2 to 3 teaspoons of jam onto the squares and cover them with a second square. Pinch the edges to seal the pastries. Keep rolling out the dough and preparing them in this manner until you use up all your dough. I get 8 to 9 out of this recipe. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes. These can leak in the oven, which is why I always line my baking pan. Spoon some royal icing on the Pop Tarts and top it with sprinkles. Allow to set. Now I must admit that I do not recommend putting these in the toaster. The reason is because that leakage on the baking tray. If your Pop Tarts leak in your toaster, it could get very messy to clean up. If you want to eat them warm, I would recommend putting them on a lined baking tray and bake them for a few extra minutes. These Pop Tarts taste very similar to the store-bought ones, except that the crust is flakier and buttery. So in my opinion, these taste better than store-bought. I hope you enjoyed the recipe today. Tag me on Instagram if you make them yourself. I would love to see your work. For more recipes and tutorials, visit my website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook. Subscribe for more recipes.